Good evening, everyone. This is Rodney with the Triton Wave Market Outlook for Friday, September 14th, 2012. I wanted to start by showing you a screenshot of the S&P, the ES. Let's just look at this and bring back, whoops, wrong thing. Let's bring back this chart right here. Okay. Actually, let me bring this in a little bit here. Okay. This area here, this is the Aussie yen. Remember, as it goes down, it's risk off. As it goes down, as it goes down, it's risk on, off. As it goes up, it's risk off. So, this top on the left-hand chart is equivalent to this top. When it goes down here in June, it comes down here below this low on the Aussie yen, but not on the S&P. When the S&P hits new highs, would happen back up in the middle of at the end of August. There was a 50% retracement from the old highs back here. When on this 50% retracement on the Aussie dollar is equivalent to the same time frame that hit a new high on the S&P. Now, the Aussie yen is a lead indicator for risk on, risk off. There's someone out there that is not buying this stuff. They're selling it into the rallies. Today was 840 million shares, a little bit more active than it's been, but still not the heyday buying that it should have been for all that's been going on. It should be $1.2 million, $1.3 million, $1.4 million easily, but this very, very, very restricted buying. Okay, so now we have this little hash mark right here on September 5th was the ECB announcement by Mario Draghi to buy up European bonds in their banking system to help stimulate their economy. This move 4 days later is the Fed chairman's Ben Bernanke's move, buying $40 billion worth of bonds every single month, unlimited, until he decides that this economy is turning. Apparently the first 2 or 3 trillion didn't work, so 40 million a month might do it, 40 billion a month might do it. This, for all the free money that's going to be circulating in the economy, the Aussie yen moved up to a 50% retracement of its downward move, which was a 50% retracement in here. Meanwhile, the S&P moved to a 4.5-year high. Highs not seen since just before the crash of 2008. So, if you look at the Aussie yen as a lead indicator, just be very, very cautious, because at some point this has to come down. All right, now let's take a look at this. Came, surprise, surprise, it took Mario Draghi and Ben Bernanke to move this market up, because it wasn't doing it by itself. You can see from the downtrend here, it was about to slip. You can see by the waves, they were about to slip down. And even on the, let me see it, on the 21 minute, they were all going below zero until these 2 major announcements. So now it brought us back up to exactly the trend line that's been going on all the way since October of 2011. So we've made a little bit of headway. We're up to the trend line. The question is, all the bullets have been shot. I don't know where we go from here as far as stimulus package and getting people who invest in the stock market. What I do know is we're back at the top of the trend line, and in the next 72 hours, we'll know whether there's going to be some selling or this is just going to massively push through. In the past 2 or 3 times, the Fed has eased policy. It moved up dramatically right after the announcement, and within 3 trading days, it was back down. So that's my recollection. I might be a little bit off on that, but that's my recollection. So we'll have to see what happens with this move right here. I'm not touching my put position on the S&Ps. One other thing before I take a quick look at some stocks is that when the market goes up like this, you would think that, and there was a whole bunch of secure feeling in the investment community. You would think that stocks, that gold would go sideways and down, but not up $30. So there's something there's something wrong in with the basic dynamic of all this money moving around, because the idea is to keep inflation down, but this is what their policy is doing is very inflationary. All right, let's quickly look at some of these stocks. There's no change on Goldman Sachs. It actually pushed through the 377. It actually doesn't look too bad right now. The 21 has moved below above zero on T1. T2, it is still, let me see here, below. It's still below zero. So to me, when I'm looking at these, when I'm looking at the waves and I'm looking at the relationship between the cash and my main line here is 377. It's way overextended. It's like 110, 120. For that, it's for Goldman. That's 12 points above its 377 mark on the 21. Is very overextended, and I still think it has to come back a little bit. I wouldn't chase this here. We should, if it comes back down to the 200 period moving average, or to the 21 period moving average. If it comes down a little bit and still looks good on the 21, then it's a breakout stock to the upside, but I wouldn't chase it here. Okay, Amazon. I liked Amazon. Okay, Amazon I liked as an extension to. There's no change on Amazon. Let me see if we had. I think I had a fib move on this to 268. Okay, so it's on its way. It's 260. So the target on that was 268. No change. All right, no change on Baidu. I covered Baidu down around 106, and it looked like it wanted to take a leg up to 110, 111. It's already done that. I'm looking for a place to get in here. Target on Baidu is still 100, and after that 89. Okay, Netflix is just kind of working its way up sideways a little bit. T4 on 21 is above zero. T5 is still below zero. Well, the main one, T1 on the daily, is below zero. So this is just like a hiccup return from a low of 52. It's bouncing back up again. That target on that is 59.58, or right into the 377 of the 21, or the 21 moving average on the daily. I don't think it's going to get much higher than that. Target on that is still, let me see target on that is still 43.80. Okay, what can I say about Apple? It just keeps wanting to go higher. It has fantastic products. They're very sleek and they're getting very pricey if you don't have a if you're in the middle of a contract. I think they said it costs $600 to get out of the contract in order to get a new phone. But we'll just see what happens. Right now they're giving away the 4 series, the iPhone 4. If you sign a new 2-year contract, you're getting the 4 for nothing. Not the 4S, just the 4. So the previous 2 models, the model 2 models ago. But it hit a new all-time high, and there are some people who think that this can't go down anymore. I've heard I've heard 700 and let me see here. I've heard 750 for a target. I've heard 1111 for targets, and usually when you get a Teflon stock like that everybody's predicting the moon, it's time for it to come down. Right now, it just looks like it wants to go up. I absolutely do not have a target on this. This stock has mystified me. Sometimes it's good for a day trade when you can. I mean, I've day traded this for like 5 or 6 points at a time, but as far as it's a fantastic day trading stock. But as far as which direction it's going to go and for how long, all the waves are up. They're starting to keel over a little bit on T1 here. So I'm just going to stick with this as a day trading stock. Okay, MasterCard, it did surprise me. It went back up above 0 completely. First time that's happened since, whoa, let me see here. Since about May. So that one did surprise me. It looked like it was going down, and then all of a sudden the waves turned on it. So I'm glad I got out of this. I covered myself around here. I did not get back in it. I'll take a look at it at another time, but right now I don't see a move in it one way or the other. It's too late to get on the upside, and it's about to hit its all-time high of 469. Let me see if that's the all-time high here. Let's do a weekly on this. That is the all-time high in MasterCard. All-time high is 465. It's 455. No reason why it can't hit 465. Okay, target on GLD, the gold ETF, was 170. It hit 171. It's I would not chase this right here. You have to wait until this comes back down again, until it sells off, or either goes sideways and catches up with one of the 8 or the 21 period moving averages. It's way above its 377, so if you weren't in, it's too late. If you played it all the way down from here when we were playing it from 158, congratulations, and I hope you made a fantastic profit on it. All right, last but not least, Google has broken out of its 3-year trend line. It came back down. It broke the trend line on the ECB announcement with Draghi, came back down again and came right to that trend line and broke up to the upside 15 points. So I do not have a target on this. This is another one of those you rather than play. Well, if we take a look here, for all this move from 550 up to 711 over the course of the last month, over the course of the last 3 months, if we look at the 21, there were many plays here. This is a sell, a buy, a sell, a buy, a sell, a buy. So this one we're just going to have to play off the 21 period cash price, and rather than try to look and target a price on the daily. That's all I have for tonight. Tomorrow is Friday, so have a wonderful weekend and good luck trading tomorrow, and I'll see you at the next update.